Ooh, I wonder how this matchup is. So we're going to be playing Murloc Paladin, which I've never really played too much of at all. But, do I keep the Hench Clan Hogseed? I think I don't, right? I think we absolutely need a 1-drop. That's got to be top priority. Yeah, I haven't really played much of this deck before, like ever. So let's see how it goes. Feels like no 2-drop is really sucky as well. But this is kind of cool because this Awakens with the Murloc War Leader is kind of sick. I think we gotta do this. Summon and play are different, right? Yeah, sick. Next turn, this is gonna do crazy damage. He needs to penance this. If he doesn't penance this now, he doesn't have a penance. We can confirm that. He really wants to hit us with the Breath of the Infinite next turn, so the Murloc War Leader is going to be crucial to allow this to survive. Okay, so he has the penance. I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe he's just thinking if he can be greedy for the Breath of the Infinite. Oh, I didn't even realize that this just does attack. I thought it does attack and health. So as you can see, I have no idea how to play this. I don't know the first thing about Murlocs. Because it doesn't give you any bonus on the health, I'm just going to play this. Now this gives you bonuses, and this gives you health. So no Breath of the Infinite. That's pretty sick. That's quite crucial for him. So our options are we could Felfin Navigator, trade one of these things off, which I like. We could Cold Light Seer to protect against the Breath of the Infinite, although I feel like he would have played that last turn had he had it. He could have it now off the Renew. It would be a prime pick. We could True Silver and hit the Ooze. I feel that's one of the worst plays that we have. We could Murloc. War Leader is not really a play, right? So I think it's probably got to be this or this. And I think I'm down to do this first and this next turn, along with the Hench Clan Hogseed, because we can rush it in, and then we can Cold Light Seer and get a 1-3 Murloc. I kind of like that. I know that I'm probably thinking simple plays out loud, but I don't know how to play this game. I mean, how to play this deck at all. So this 4/4 is actually like really good against Priest. So he must be a Reno deck to be playing this Rusted Raider. So this is actually a perfect setup because we rush this in, this goes in, and then we Cold Light Seer everybody's health back. We could War Leader. Hench Clan doesn't seem to be too useful. Let's do this. I guess I've shown him this one, so now I have to, but I would rather play the one from my deck, right? This board is now pretty resilient, I would say. Wow. Probably we do this first, and then we do this next turn. Since he had to power and trinkets Shadow Word Pain last turn, like I don't think he has much in his hand that can help, that can deal with our squad that we have here. This is just getting nutty, right? Let's clear it. I don't want any Apotheosis shenanigans. Can he even overcome this? Yeah. Pretty sick. This deck is quite strong, quite fast. Very nice. Let's keep climbing. That was really strong. I thought that Priest was going to be tough for us, but actually those give your guys +2 health is super clutch against Priest, because none of their AoE works against you until they can get their Soul Mirror online. And even the Soul Mirror probably can't clear your board if you're keeping your guys high health. And anyway, they have to get to turn 7 somehow to even be able to Soul Mirror. So against Warlock, I'm going to guess that it's going to be a Zoo, because probably we have a tougher time with Zoo than with the quest lock. Do we keep Hand of Adal? Or is the answer just never? I'm going to guess that it's probably just never, right? We'd rather flood the board. I don't know. Would we rather flood the board? I feel like we would. I guess we get a chance to find out if we want to use the Hand of Adal at all. Even though we have no Murlocs in hand, we still have to play this, right? So he's not a quest Warlock. Unless he, like, pitched the quest. Because he knows he can't deal with us otherwise. But there are pure Paladins out there, so I don't think it would be wise to pitch the quest. We can coin Consecrate here. I feel like that's quite strong. We could Underlight Rod here and just clear. I mean, we could even still clear the whole thing, the whole board. I feel like that's not the proactive play we want to be making. Because he can Rain of Fire. At some point he can just Rain of Fire us, and he has to have the Rain. He has to be playing that, right? Or is he only playing the Plague? I feel like Consecration is pretty decent here. And we still have 4 mana options for next turn. Let's try this. I just feel like it sets him back a lot. Whereas clearing it would possibly set us back a lot. Last turn he had this entire board shown to him, and he chose, instead of clearing, to develop. So shall we develop this, or shall we develop this? I'm gonna guess we develop this. That way we present more damage over the course of 2 turns. I guess over 3 turns, because we have this equipped next turn. This hand is horrible, though. We have nothing to do at all, right? We probably have to clear with this garbage. Feels bad. Feels really bad. Ooh, feels really good. Oh, that feels really good, right? That's quite fortunate. Quite a fortunate pickup, because if we don't do that, we probably have to play we probably have to Hero Power. We're probably not going to play the Mermy, because he just has 2 1/1s on board to clear the Mermy. I don't really care that he draws. If he can't clear this. Maybe he has a Mortal Coil. Maybe he has another Breath. It's kind of rough out here. Maybe I Angling Rod the face first, and then let's consider our plays. I don't think with this hand I'm ever killing either the 5-4 or the 1-1. So with this, we can next turn go Mermy, Warleader, Cold Light. And then hopefully something sticks for the Scale Lord on the following turn. That would be turn 8. So we can't actually Navigator as well. We could maybe Navigator. I'm thinking of playing Horde Pillager Hero Power right now. I'm thinking that's probably the best play that we have available to us. Or we could play the Mermy right now, and then next turn we could play like Warleader Felfin. Probably not going to be able to clear the Mermy. He probably has to clear here. He doesn't have to clear there. So do we play the Mermy or do we be greedy? I think let's be greedy because you know what, Warlock is one of the classes that can absolutely have a 1-mana ping available to him at some point, you know. Some sort of Mortal Coil. I mean, I should really just look up the deck list at this point. We should find out what he's playing. So this Galacron Warlock deck that I'm looking at does not play any Mortal Coil, actually they don't play anything. No Plague of Flames, no Mortal Coil, no Rain of Fire, nothing. It's really interesting. I'm actually not seeing any. Oh my god, what is this? This is somewhere? Where did you come with this from? What the frick is this, guys? What in the frick is this? So if we do this, this, and this, he has to clear the War Leader. We have to get through this though, right? I don't run like my Ev, I don't think. Problem is if I hit this, I'm taking 16 from it, and I have to be able to clear it next turn. Can I clear it next turn? There's no guarantees if I have to play the Murloc War Leader, but there is a reasonable chance that I get something off of this that I can play with my Mermy, Cold Light, Seer. I think this wins the game on the spot if I don't clear it, so I kind of have to hit it, don't I? Oh, snap. No, I misplayed. I should have played the Felfin Navigator. Ooh, oops. That's a big oops. That's a big oops. Oh, no, 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 no. The rope was burning. I wasn't thinking. No, 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 no. That was a big mistake. I lost the game. That's throwing the game away. I threw the game for sure. That is a major throw. That is a major throw. Definitely don't deserve to win this game. I guess that's why you gotta play games with the deck, you know? Big misplay. Big misplay. That was horrible. I don't know if we could have pulled it out. He seemed to have a lot of control tools, and we were at a point in the game where he was taking care of my board with no problems. We saw that he had a Crazed Netherwing. We saw that he had a second Nether Breath. Probably we weren't going to win that game, even if I had played that correctly. But certainly didn't do ourselves any favors there. I read something on competitive Hearthstone a while back that said, don't play Fish Flinger on 2. I don't remember why they said not to play Fish Flinger on 2, but when I think about holding it in my mulligan, I'm often thinking about like something like Druid. Like, I don't want to give him something to play on 2, you know? So I actually kind of like the idea of not playing Fish Flinger on 2. You want to give them the Murloc when they don't want to play the Murloc. And early on in the game, Druid's doing nothing, and they're happy to play a Murloc all the time, you know? Like, I want him to, like, do weird things, like swipe this, or bog beam this, or something like that, you know? Interesting question. Where do we go here? I want to do this because I want to be greedy, and I want to be able to get this down on it. But next turn we're doing this anyway, right? So this actually probably just makes our guys way resilient. This makes it a 4-6. How does he ever deal with a 4-6, right? Whereas this makes it a 5-4, and he can still coin swipe next turn. He didn't ramp, so he doesn't have a dragon. Actually, it's a little disappointing. I mean, it's not disappointing for us. I guess we should protect against the swipe, because I'm not really seeing any way for him to clear this right now. He has to double bog beam, which he cannot do. He has to crystal power... he can crystal power Wrath this, or crystal power bog beam this away next turn, so let's just do this. He has a really tough time probably dealing with this 4-6. This probably could actually just win the game right here. Rip. Yeah, he has to do that. And since he didn't get to ramp last turn, unfortunately, he doesn't get the extra, what's it called? Now the question is, do we Tidecaller Boar Leader? And I feel like the answer is yes. Let's be a little more greedy with this. Playing this makes this a 6-7, an ogre. Maybe we just use this as a Bloodlust or a Savage Roar or whatever. But I feel like this is a fine time to use it as a Savage Roar. We're getting great value out of it. Problem is, next turn he can swipe, Wrath this, probably. They're not playing that. Swipe. Crystal Power this. Playing this plays around swipe, Crystal Power. Playing this does not play around swipe, Wrath, but I don't know if they're playing Wrath. He cannot bog beam this and swipe it, so maybe this is the best play around. Shall we? Shall we do it this way? Somebody in the comments is going to have to tell me. I feel like this is a little bit more conservative. This is a little more aggressive. But I'm wondering if we're at the point where we can play somewhat conservatively and still win the game. Is there a lethal here? So this means this can clear here. This becomes 7, 8, 9, plus 5. Nice. Pretty crazy. This deck is nuts. Oh my god, this deck is just so fast. Let's do one more game. This deck is super uber fast. I see why it's at the top of the HS replay front page or whatever. Dex page or whatever. It's fun to play little 3-minute games, I guess. I don't know, they're micro decisions that are, it's fun. It's fun to go through the micro decisions. Do we actually keep this whole hand? It feels slow, right? But Tidehunter into War Leader is pretty nuts. Maybe we get rid of the Scale Lord. How does Warrior deal with this? They have to like play their Risky Skipper early. I don't know if I like this actually, because Risky Skipper just blows his hand all the way up. So maybe we just pitch everything. We can keep the Tidehunter. How good is Murger? I think I want to do this. I don't know. I don't know if that's a full keep just because, I mean, are keeping everything but the scale, or just because I just don't want to get blown up by the thing so early. Wow. Still playing Corsair Cash? Yes, that's exactly what we wanted to draw. Next turn, blowout Cold Light Seer. He can only clear this with his Corsair Cash weapon. And he's definitely, if he has a risky skip or clear, he's definitely going to want to save it for next turn when this comes online. So we're definitely going to go Mermy, Coin, Cold Light Seer, and then the turn after that, double Hand of Vidal. Ugh, that's gross. Does this change our game plan? I don't think it does, right? How do you deal with this board? You have to brawl. Looking for the brawl. I do not want to clear those. 9 health is so much. I would like to Hand of Vidal this. I would like to Hand of Vidal this. And I would like to just go up top, is what I'm thinking. So who do we do it to first? Probably here. Oh my god. So next turn we just win, right? I'm wondering if we don't do it here, because this is already kind of a target. Maybe we do it on this, so that we make 2 targets. Like, this is prime target number 1, obviously, which we have the Reborn to protect against. This is prime target number 2 right now. Once we Hand of Vidal something, that becomes prime target number 2. I guess number 1 over this. And then this would still be a tertiary target. Probably doesn't matter too much. Really, the only way he can clear is by brawling, right? So probably it's better to do here because we protect our 2 attack against this. Otherwise, he just clears here. We don't care about this at all, right? Do we have a lethal here now? If we Murloc Warleader? We have to do this turn for sure, because there's no guarantee that we have all of this damage on board next turn. So this is 8 plus 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we want to run this in and then we do this? Do we want to add this to the board and then we do this? I mean, we're always playing this, right? Oh, I should wait. I should think if I want to do this first. So he's at 5. This needs to be cleared. Everything needs to be cleared. This needs to be cleared. This needs to be cleared with the swiftness, right? So maybe let's do it this way. Let's just do it like this. Any damage remains, and we win. Like, if he brawls us right now, we win. What he really needs is Risky Skipper and 3 minions. And then we don't win next turn, but we possibly will win the following turn. And we would definitely be equipping True Silver because I don't want to let him shield block out of range or things like that. Now, what if he does have shield block? If he had double shield block and he cleared this here and then this here, we would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and he's at 15. I mean, double shield block is really not out of the question. It doesn't lose him the game. It would actually be pretty solid for him if he had that. Shield block and like a sword and board would have been good too, but he doesn't have it now. This is insane. What are you doing? $18.01 versus $18.15. Here we are. Very nice. $17.04 now. Okay, I mean, you know what? That's a good stopping point, I think, here. That was 4 games I think we played. I think we went 3-1 with one egregious misplay to throw the game. But I'm honestly not sure that we could have won that game even if we didn't misplay there. Still some fine-tuning to do with this deck, although it was fun kind of thinking through some of these plays here. Seasoned Murloc Paladin players, and possibly just aggro players in general, might think that some of the thought processes we went through here were a little bit elementary, but that's okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere to learn, right? So hope you guys enjoy. Please feel free to shower me with your tips in the comments because, I'm always looking to improve my play. And, yeah, hope you stick around and catch the next episode. Thanks for watching.